the dollar yen is traded to 34-year highs, but is this pullback that we're seeing so far today over, or does the market have lower to go? I'm going to show you guys a really simple way to view the market and also potentially trade it. Now, if you guys do want my help with your trading, be sure to click on the link at the top of this video, and you're going to get 85% off VIP access. So that includes full access to the course that I just put out, also the Discord group, so real-time chat on forex, crypto, commodities, and stocks. So exclusive setups in there, my help with your trading every single day, plus you're going to see my trades in real time. So see the link in the description of this video, or if you're on the website, click on the link that says trading group, and you will see a link to the discount there. Okay, so looking at the dollar yen, guys, we have the market trading obviously at 30+ year highs. We haven't seen these levels since the 1990s. And if you've seen recent videos, you know about this ascending triangle here, which we've talked about. So 152 is resistance, or was resistance back here. And we had this trend line off of all of these lows. So this gave us an ascending triangle. And like I mentioned to you guys, when the market was trading through here, these about 60 to 70% of the time do break higher. And that's what we got here from the dollar yen. So if we move into the daily time frame, okay, we can see where the market did break out here on this candle. Okay, so right here on this candle, we got the breakout, and we did not see a retest of 152 as new support. Okay, so that could be a factor over the coming days, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But you'll also notice that today's candle, right, obviously is a massive range here from the dollar yen. So over 500 pips here today is the range. And last I saw, there's no confirmation of it yet, but we kind of know that the Bank of Japan is intervening here, which is no surprise given how much the yen has devalued here against the dollar. So looking here at the dollar yen, we saw the market come into this area around 160.4. And if you've seen recent videos, you know that 160.4 was a significant resistance for the dollar yen. So this is why a lot of times people say when you get this kind of price action, when you get fundamentals, coming into play, that technicals no longer matter, and they couldn't be more wrong, because you can see here that today's high came right there into resistance before the sell-off. Now, it's also no coincidence here that we are seeing the market trade above this level here at 155.6. Okay, so resistance up here, and we've got support coming in down here on a daily closing basis. So the reason these two levels are significant is if we go back here to the weekly time frame and go all the way back to the 1990s. Okay, the reason that those two levels are significant is you can see that right back here in 1990, we had this high up here at 160.4. We had the low here at 155.6. And then notice this high following the breakdown. Once again, 155.6. So this right here, back here in the 1990s, this is the current range that the dollar yen is in. So that's why these two levels are significant. Markets don't forget these levels, and you can see this by the fact that these go back several decades and the market is still respecting them. Okay, so the way to look at this market right now, I think this is going to really simplify things for people, is right now we have obviously 160.4 resistance, we've got 155.6 support. So what this is going to come down to is the daily close, and not just today, but over the coming days throughout this week. If we get a close below 155.6, convincingly below that, then I think we're looking at a retest of 152, which again, this was the breakout from that multi-year level. We never saw a retest down here as new support. Okay, we never got that retest. So if we get a close, a sustained break below 155.6, I think we're looking at a potential retest down here at 152, at which time that really becomes a must-hold for bulls, considering the fact that this level held up as resistance for years, and we saw a breakout back here. Okay, so if we get the close below this level here, we're looking at 152. Now, alternatively, okay, if we do get the break above 160.4, so if we get the dollar yen rallying higher from current levels, up here and breaking above 160.4 on the daily chart, that's what's going to be key. The daily time frame and the weekly time frame are what are going to matter here. And if we go back to the weekly chart, you can see why this level at 164.5 is also significant. So going back here to this high right here, okay, from 1986, all right, this high is 164.5. So obviously a prominent swing high here for the dollar yen, and that's going to be 164.5. So if we see the dollar yen get above 160.4, we're looking at 164.5. Get below 155.6, we're looking at 152, right? Really simple way to view it. But again, it's going to come down to the higher time frames. In other words, where is the dollar yen closing each day in relation to those levels? Now, one thing to keep in mind here with the dollar yen is you may have noticed when I was out here on the weekly chart that we have this low from all the way back here. I believe this is back in the 70s. Yep. So this low from right back here in the late 70s, this low was never retested. In fact, let's go to a monthly chart because it's a little bit hard to see. So if you look here on the monthly, we have this low from right back here. Okay, so 1978, and that low was never retested. Okay, it was never retested as new resistance. So notice how we got the close below and we never got the retest. Okay, even over here, we didn't get a retest. So this could become a factor over the coming, I'm going to say months, because even with how significantly the dollar yen has rallied, right, a move of that significance could take a while to play out. But this could be a significant factor as we move into the rest of this year. And furthermore, like I mentioned in a recent video, what's really interesting, okay, is that when you look at this low from 1978, up there at 176.5, what is really interesting is that this ascending triangle that we've seen recently, if this continues to play out and the market can hold above 152, the objective of this pattern right here, okay, this ascending triangle, is exactly 176.5. So I find that really interesting that that low from 1978, which was never retested as resistance, is also the objective of this ascending triangle. But again, 152 is going to be the key here. The dollar yen has to hold above that on the higher time frames. Okay, but that's more long term. As far as the short term, like I mentioned, really this is just going to come down to where is this market closing each day in relation to 155.6 and 160.4. If we do see a day close below this level down here at 155.6, so close down here in this area, we're looking at a retest of 152. Close up here in this area, we're looking at a run at 164.5. Until that time though, this candle right here today that we've seen, considering how significant this is, unless we get a breakdown here over the coming days, then we are just looking at a range-bound market, because a lot of times when you get a range of this size from a market like this, you will see the market fill in areas like this up here. So until that time, you're just getting a range-bound market here for the dollar yen. So be careful expecting a continuation of this rally or a pullback right away, because we could see the market just range here for a few days. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications. Don't forget to claim your 85% off lifetime access to VIP. See the link in the description of this video, or if you're on the website, click on that trading group link and you will see a discount to the VIP group. See you on the inside, trade well out there, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.